My mom just got deported. My mom just got deported. It's so not fair. It's so not fair. She's literally not a criminal. Like, she's literally just paid her taxes. She's literally just... We're not safe. No one's safe. Please. Hug your loved ones, please. How can you lack so much compassion? What if your mom, your dad, was immediately just taken from you as a white person, as a black person, as anyone? How can you just accept that? This is not... Bro, this is so unreal. And how can people just lack compassion? How? Why can't you just imagine yourself just waking up one day with your family not there anymore? So LA businesses are getting raided by ICE, or some people that are wearing stuff that says ICE on it with their faces all covered up. People are getting ran over. Shots are being literally fired, literally. And this is supposed to be life right now. We're not gonna get treated like humans because they don't see us like humans. They lack compassion. How can you lack compassion? How? I understand that you're trying to get criminals out. Why are you going to workplaces where people are just trying to work? That doesn't make sense. You're running us over. You're shooting us all because of the color of our skin. All because we have culture. We brought it here, and we are who we are, and we love it here, and we help people here. That's what we're known for. We help people, and yet we're getting terrorized. We're going through this. Our families are our babies are literally being ripped from our hands. If someone could please tell me if there's something we can do to help our people. Please just imagine yourself in our situation. Imagine your people are being terrorized. They're being ran over. If you literally cannot have empathy for someone, I don't know what to tell you. You're an evil ass human being, and you need help, and you need God. You have no heart, and hell, there's a special place in hell for you. Karma is real, and God will take care of them. This is so heartbreaking. I don't know what we could do to help. I feel so helpless. I just want to help with something. I just want this to end. I just want there to be peace like there was peace. I just want that. That's all I want for us.
I want to ask all the Latinos that are citizens in the United States that voted for Donald Trump, after you see these ICE raids, after you see the way Trump and his administration are treating Latinos throughout the United States, whether you still think Trump is great and whether he's going to make America great again the way he treats Latino people. What do you think? Love to hear from everybody. Let me know. Trump said they were going after the criminals. They're not going after the criminals. They're going after the children, the high school students, anybody they can snatch up, according to Stephen Miller. So I hope my Latinos that voted for Trump, I hope you're happy with what they're doing. Love to hear from you. Love to hear from my Democrats, my MAGAs, my crazies, my cuckoos, and my burned out light bulbs too. Let me know.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel once again. My name is Dash Lifestyle. Kindly for watching me for the first time, remember to subscribe, like, share, and also comment. So guys, Latinos, they are out here crying simply because of they voted for Donald Trump. Majority of them, they are regretting why they voted for Donald Trump, because these people, they voted for Donald Trump because they believe that Donald Trump is going to make their life in America very easy. And also they believe in Donald Trump because of the policy that Donald Trump, he was coming with it in America. So right now, majority of Latinos, they are crying, and majority of them, they are being forced to get out of United States. And right now they have started to blame the black Americans. They are blaming begging black Americans, because the black Americans, they have refused to join them in protest. The black Americans, they want them not to vote in for Donald Trump, but the Latinos, they didn't get whatever the black people they were saying. So the Latinos, they went ahead and voted for Donald Trump. Right now they are crying, and also they are begging the black Americans to help them. So guys, I want us to watch and to listen to this response and reactions from black American sending to the Latinos. Then I'll be back with more comments.
As a white person, as a black person, as anyone, how?
So I was going to put this as a comment, but you already have thousands of comments on there, and I didn't think you would probably see it. So I decided I'm going to go ahead and stitch this for other people who have the same thought process as you. It's not that black people don't see this as a problem. We know it's a problem. We know it's an issue. We're just tired. We told you, and not you as specifically you, we told you as the country what is going to happen. We knew this was going to happen, and people still voted him into office. You don't need to talk to black people and ask black people where we are and why we aren't doing anything and why we aren't standing up, because black people have always been standing up. Black women have always been standing up. We're the ones that show up and show out every single time. We're the ones that when people go out to a party, that was the latest conversation. When people go to a party, they don't feel comfortable with a group of people around unless they see black people there, black women around. They tell their children, if you're in trouble, to go find a big black man because they know that person's going to help and take care of them. We know. We are tired of carrying everyone on our backs. That is what's going on. We are not standing up in the streets and protesting this because why? You say in that video, what if your family members were one day gone and you couldn't do anything about it? It happens to us on a daily basis. On a daily basis, our family members are getting slaughtered by police for nothing. Because of a black man getting killed by police, the largest Black Lives Matter movement in history around the world occurred because of black people. This is happening because of your people. Your people voted for him. Look at those numbers for who showed up and voted for Trump. Hispanics for Trump, Latinas for Trump. Those are the people who voted for him. We did our part. That is why you aren't seeing us in the street. It's not that we don't lack empathy or compassion. It's that we are tired. We have been there, done that. You also talk about how you are being hunted down and treated like animals. Let's not forget the pan-Atlantic slave trade that happened with black people. And once we were released from slavery, we were then used as experimentation for medical advancements. We were treated like treated inhumane. We were treated like animals. That is why we are tired. And the generation of the people we have right now, like me talking, is because we are not our ancestors. We are not going to be repeating the exact same things that happened to us and allowing for you all to sit here and run us over. You guys did not do what you had to do to show up and show out and vote. I don't care. I don't know who you voted for. I don't care who you voted for. It's the Hispanic community as a whole. That's who you need to be talking to. You don't need to come over here and bring black people into it and why aren't black people and how could you not feel this way if you were white or black? Have empathy. Black people have empathy. We know, but we've been there and we're done that and we're tired. And so that's where we stand on this. And then on your first video, your part 1 video, you also said you just want to go back to how things were. You just wanted to go back to when there was peace. If you think that there was ever peace, that shows a privilege that you have. That is a privilege that you had as not being black in America, because there was never peace for us. Never. We could never walk into any workspace and feel 100% comfortable. We could never just walk outside our houses and feel 100% comfortable. We don't know what's going on. I'm 34 years old. As a child, I'm taught If you get pulled over by a police, if you see police trying to pull you over, don't just pull off to the side of the road. Pull into a parking lot, a gas station where it's well lit, because you don't know who's going to pull you over. You don't know what that police officer is going to do to you. You don't know what that person at work is going to do to you. That is what we deal with on a daily basis. So no, we have empathy. We understand. But we're not going to go parade in the street anymore, because that is somebody else's turn. And I hope that you hear what I'm saying and you take that in, and you go and you talk to your people. You talk to other people about it. You guys go out in the street and you protest to get him impeached and to turn all of these things over that are happening with ICE, because that's not our job anymore. We are done. We are tired. I hope and I wish you well, but it's not our job.
You're running us over, you're shooting us, all because of the color of our skin.
I don't want to see or hear another Latino on this app, Latino, Mexico, whatever. I don't want to see none of y'all on this app crying. Y'all voted this man in. Remember that lady? Oh, we love you, Mr. Trump. Oh, remember her? Find her and slap her. Let me say something to you. What do you mean? What are you crying? Because they took somebody or whatever. Do you know you can call them? They're not dead. They're not unalived. You know how many of my people are unalived? Trayvon Martin, the list goes on. I never seen y'all once come on this app and say, oh, I'm sorry, we're sorry, we're going to get out there and march, the Latinos, we're going to stick together. Y'all ain't never did that. So don't expect for me to be like that with you. Now, I'm a child of God. Yes, I am. But I have a right to express I have a right to my freedom of speech. How dare you cry? You didn't build nothing. You didn't do nothing. What do you mean we come over here to help? What do you mean you come over here to help? Do what? What do you mean? You didn't build this land. We did. We did. My ancestors, they all did that. What do you mean? Where are you coming from? Come on. Come on. Come on. What are you talking about? We built this land. What do you mean? What are you saying? Are you kidding me right now? What are you saying? What? That we should all, why are you doing this? And if you do this, you're inhumane. You know what? You was inhumane with all of our people. Listen. Shut it. Shut your mouth. Cause you know what? Why don't you say to the white people, why don't you say Donald Trump? Why would you portray my people that way? Make it specific. You're trying to make it broad. We don't hear what you're saying. See, you know what? God has a way of putting things on the other foot. You see what I'm saying? Write it out. We didn't do it. So you can't get mad at us. How dare you cry? Your mother's not dead. They just took her away. Your father's not dead. They just took him away. Have you ever seen the graveyard? Up here in Boston and any and every place else, especially in the South. Of parents that bury their child, their son, their daughter, to the hands of a white man. Their babies are gone. Killed for nothing, just for being black. Do you know what it's like to carry a child for 9 months? And because of the color of his skin, have him ripped away from you and killed, and now you're going to a grave site to visit him. And the same white men that have done it, police that have done it, have gotten away with it. And you have the audacity, the gall to cry. I am so sick of y'all. I'm sick of every nationality that is against my people. I am so sick of y'all. And this is coming from the bottom of my heart. Do you know how many black women that I know here in Boston that lost their sons to heinous crimes by a white man. A certain year they looked so young. And then I see them now, I don't even recognize them because they've aged so much because of the loss of their child. Do you know what that feels like? And then you cry. Do you people really know on this app what Black people have gone through? Do you really know? Do you ever sit down sometimes in your home and say, Black people went through a lot? Do you know in the South they were raping young Black little girls before their first blood? Rape, kill, body parts cut off, tongues ripped up their mouth. Look what they did to Emmett Till. The list goes on. It's something to carry a child for 9 months in your belly, eat off you, sleep in you, just to put it in the ground and it become maggot food. And you have the nerve to cry. Shame on you. I'm going to leave this whole thing alone. Because it starts to make me not care. How many Black men are in jail for crimes that did not commit? The list goes on. Shame on you for crying. Shame on you. You have no feeling towards other races that have gone through this, and it's just Black. You couldn't even say to my Black people, I can just imagine what y'all have gone through because I'm just going through this. I'm going to leave this alone. Yeah, I'm going to leave it alone.
How can you lack so much compassion? What if your mom, your dad...
You people and Anglo-Saxon people came to the Americas, stole the nationality of the so-called Black Americans who are the real indigenous people. Now you're calling yourself indigenous and you want help from us, the peoples whose nationality you stole? I don't think so.
Like, how are you guys handling this? Because I can't. Like, they are hunting us down like animals.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what happens when you don't listen to Black women or people of color to say, don't vote for this man. Just because you look like his skin color, do not vote for this fucking man. And here we are. Yeah, they're hunting all of us down like fucking animals because that's what they see us as, is animals. And you want to come on here crying and complaining. That's the problem, is everyone who was fucking light-skinned Latino or whatever the fucking case may be thought that y'all would get a free pass just because you guys were light-skinned enough. But y'all definitely weren't white-skinned enough, and that's the problem. You really thought they had your fucking best interests at heart, and they're not. And it's fucking embarrassing that this country is literally building itself on literally racism. That's what this country is now. It's no longer home of the free, land of the brave. It's land of the racists and land of the white hooded people who want to go ahead and control every goddamn thing. Literally, that's all it is. So don't jump on here crying and complaining saying, are you guys okay with this? Of course we're not fucking okay with it. But this is the consequences of your guys' fucking actions, and it's fucking disappointing because every goddamn time, it never fucking fails, the people that are light-skinned enough always fucking think they're white-skinned enough to go ahead and pass. And the people that are pissed off when they read this fucking video and be like, what do you mean white? The people who are white already know that I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the racist motherfuckers in this goddamn country.
How can you lack so much compassion? What if your mom, your dad.
It's almost like you don't know anything about America. Feeling hunted?
How can you lack so much compassion? What if your mom, your dad?
Shh. Obviously, you're not reading your comments. Go see what people are saying. You asked the question. Now go and see what folks are saying in the comments. You asked the question. Shh. Stop being a big old crybaby. You remind me of one of them little gnats. You know, like when you're in the South, the little things that come in your little gnats. You remind me of one of those little gnats. Little gnats.
Hey guys, I've been seeing a lot of Latinos and Hispanics videos popping up, and they're in tears, they're fearful, they're in panic mode, and it's sad to see. And it's even sadder when you know they voted this in upon themselves. And now they're reaping the repercussions. And now they're coming out crying and pleading. And there's nothing anybody can do right now. He's even boosted this thing up because they weren't picking up enough people. So now he's just telling them to pick up any and everybody. If you notice, they're not going to bad areas of towns or bad areas of cities and going into the gang infested communities. They're not going to those communities. They're not going hanging out on the corners or hanging around certain establishments or whatever. No, they're going to workplaces. They're going to courts. They're going to communities where families are there. They're going to graduations. Yeah, they went to elementary school graduation and started trying to pick up the parents of the kids who were graduating. They were saying the parents had to run and leave their kids because they had to flee. So now, because they haven't deported as many people as Biden did legally, now they want to ramp up, and they're telling them just pick up anybody. So they're going in neighborhoods. They're going in, like I said, they're going on job sites, Home Depot. Where are the criminals? What criminal do you know is on a job site? The criminals that they said they were going to be deporting, the hardcore criminals. What criminal do you know is on a job site? What criminal do you know is going to court? And now you guys are up. Excuse my French. I'm not going to even say it. Y'all up the creek without a paddle. And it's nothing anybody can do. Because he has a stick up his butt about this particular topic. And because y'all gave him the ammo, he's blowing y'all away. Y'all were begged not to vote for this man. You were pleaded with to do not put this man in office. You were reasoned with, you were educated as to why. We didn't just say don't do it. We were telling you the reasons not to do it. But you didn't want to hear that from us. Y'all didn't want to hear one word came out of y'all mouth. You were so arrogant on this social media. One guy was on here hollering out he was going to make it his business to make sure that loses, and was referring to Kamala Harris. So y'all were out here verbally, very boastfully, verbally letting us know what your agenda was, what your intention was, but you got it. He got in office, Kamala Harris did. Now look. Look. LA is almost on fire. They're picking up people who are actually citizens that were born here because y'all voted for this. They're terrorizing your communities now because y'all voted for this. They're showing up at the courts hearing where you're trying to go become illegal, to become illegal citizens. They're coming there and snatching y'all as soon as you come out the courtroom because y'all voted for this. Everything I say they're doing now, I can finish with because y'all voted for this. And now that the chickens have come home to roost, there's nothing anybody can do right now. Because as you can see, the more protesters come out, the more deranged he gets. Pete Hegseth has said that he wants to release the Marines. That's on top of the National Guards. Because y'all voted for this. Y'all had no idea that the people you were trusting were just salivating. They were salivating in the background, just saying, ooh, come on November 5th. Come on November. Come on November. Come on. I'm waiting. They were salivating, waiting for the day that they could unleash their true feelings. And now it's out there. And all the warnings, all the pleading, all the begging, all the educating, nothing. It came up with nothing. And now that it's biting you really, really hard, you're begging and pleading for people to come help. How are we going to come and help? What are we going to come and do? Tell us. Because the minute we come out there, what they're just starting to do now, with the tear gas and the rubber bullets, that's going to escalate to real bullets and who knows what else. It's too late. The time to ask for help was before the election. The time to plead for help was before you went into that booth. Help me go into that booth and make the most intelligent, the most prosperous vote I can make for me and my family. But y'all wanted to link up. Y'all wanted to link up with a whole other group of people. And you were willing to sacrifice everything. You guys have lost your businesses. You've lost your homes. You've lost your family. You've lost your freedom. And God forbid, some of y'all might even have lost your lives. The damage is done. The damage is done. The only saving grace that will be left for you is that Rockland, New York hand count comes back and shows complete fraud. And I bet you if that happens, I bet you every penny I got, all those reasons y'all didn't want Kamala Harris in there, all that disdain you had for Kamala Harris, all that disrespect, I bet you that flies out the window so damn fast. Because you know, when you see that woman come in that office, all this chaos cease. All this torture cease. All this mayhem cease. That y'all do know. Because you know why? Because you lived what we tried to tell you. But you weren't going to listen to us. You weren't going to take it. You had to experience it. So now that you're experiencing, hopefully when the time comes for you to make a decision like this again, hopefully you'll remember these days. Hopefully you'll remember these 100 and something days. And you'll reflect. And you'll do something different. You'll make intelligent decisions, not decisions based on feelings. Not decisions based on triggers, but decisions based on facts. So you don't sit up here and put you and your family in harm's way again. Hopefully, anyway. But praying that the best works out, the best outcome comes out. praying for covering, and most importantly, learning from this. Praying that somebody learns from this. I got to get out of here, but before I go, Latinos for Trump, Hispanics for Trump. Is this what you consider great again? My friend's still asking.
So guys, I hope you have watched and listened to that video from Latinos. For me, I'm really not happy to see what the Latinos they are going through in America. But in the other end, I can for sure tell them that it is their wish. They wanted to vote in for Donald Trump. They went ahead and voted for Donald Trump. And right now, they are out here crying because of the Donald Trump policy. We have been seeing how the ICE, they have been cracking down the illegal immigrants. We have been seeing how the Spaniards, the Latinos, those illegal immigrants who they are being deported back to their country. And right now, also the Latinos, they are not left out because these people, they went ahead and voted for Donald Trump because they saw that Donald Trump is going to make their life in America very easy. And also, these people, they believe that Donald Trump is going after the black people only. He's not going after these other races. But Donald Trump policy, it has affected all people in America. Donald Trump policy, it has affected the Latinos. Also, the white people, they are crying. Majority of them, they are crying because of the Donald Trump policy. So right now, the Latinos, they are out here blaming the black Americans because the black Americans, they have refused to join them in the protest. They have refused to join them so that they can send their voices towards Donald Trump, so that Donald Trump can hear their voices. So this is tell you that the black Americans, they have refused because at the first, the black Americans, they want them. The black Americans also want the white people not to vote in for Donald Trump, but majority of them, they didn't vote in. They refused to hear the black Americans. So right now, they are crying and they are feeling the pain that the black people, they have been going through in America. But for them, the pain, it has become too much. So for me, I can tell them this is exactly what the black Americans, they usually feel in America. So it is when these people, they are feeling exactly what the black Americans, they are feeling in America. You have seen them, they are starting crying. They are starting to beg for help from the black people. But for me, I can tell the Latinos, you need to bear it because you are the ones who brought all this problem. The black people, they told you to vote for other, not to vote in for Donald Trump, but you saw that black people, they are going to vote for their own. They are going to vote for their fellow black person. So you saw that you ignore black people because you saw that black people, they are not willing to support your own races, the white races. So you went ahead and voted for Donald Trump. But for me, I can tell you that it is your own, it is you brought all these problems. So right now, you just stop accusing and stop blaming the black Americans. And also, this needs to be a lesson because whenever black people, they are telling these other races, do this, don't vote for this person, just vote for this. You guys, you always see as a black people, as a people who are really confused. So when the black people, they are telling you not to do this, you ignore black people. So when it is happening, now you are coming out here and start to beg help from the black Americans. For me, whatever can tell the black Americans, also the black Americans, they are going also the same problem, but for them, they have these are the problems that they usually face daily. So when for them, they have used to this problem. So when you guys, you are now being introduced with this problem, you are now starting crying. You can imagine. So you need also to feel what the black Americans, they have been feeling, so that you can so that next time you can learn the lesson, so that next time whenever black people, they will tell you do this, not to vote for this, you will exactly hear the black people. So for me, I can tell you that it is not only the Latinos. The other day we saw The other day we saw also these other races in the America also, they are being targeted with the ICE. We have been seeing how the ICE, they have been cracking down those illegal immigrants. We have been seeing how the illegal immigrants, are being deported back to their country, and because of a lot of our black immigrants who they are being deported back to their country, we have been seeing also the white people also, they are suffering, especially those white farmers. We have been seeing the white farmers, they have been coming out here crying to their government, telling Donald Trump, the people who you are deporting back to their country, they are the ones who are helping us in our farms. So right now, the people who are there don't want to help them in their farms. So this is some of the effect that the Americans, they have started to feel when Donald Trump policy it is being done, because majority of people there were saying that Donald Trump is going to make America great again. We are voting in for Donald Trump because he has put the heart of America first. So this is how exactly Donald Trump policy looks like. And please, the Latinos, the Mexican, these other races, please stop crying. Stop begging help from the black people, because black people warn you, but you didn't listen. So you just wait until Donald Trump finishes his term, then you will choose another leader. So you can imagine these people that have started to complain, and even Donald Trump, he has not reached at the half of his term, because we know that Donald Trump is going to introduce more policy. And for me, I keep on telling you that Donald Trump is killing, is bringing down America. And for me, I can tell you that America it is not going to recover from the hands of Donald Trump. America, it is falling, and it will take years for them to recover from the downfall. I keep on telling you that it is easy to build. It is hard to build something. It is very hard to build. But if you want to demolish, it is very easy. You can just use one day to demolish a house, but you can use years or even months to build a house. So for me, I can tell you that the Americans, if they will continue to allow Donald Trump coming out with the policy, deporting people back to their country, we saw what happened with the China. They were fighting about the trading tariff with the China. Donald Trump, he has made an enemy with a lot of countries. So this is tell you that also so many people, they don't love America because of what America it has turned into. Right now, America, it is not that dream country that we used to see. So kindly guys, I don't want to talk too much. Subscribe if you haven't, and let's talk more in the comment section. See you on my next one. Bye bye.